Good evening. It's Facebook Love on July 3rd. This is number 103. I probably won't come back until the work week begins again, but just thinking about Independence Day, the 4th of July, what it is to be American, how we put a finger on it. We're going to try to watch Hamilton this weekend, which we saw in the theater in Chicago the fall of the 2016 election. So it will be amazing to watch it through a different lens now. And then I have two poems for you today. One from Walt Whitman from about 1890, and this was written in 1892. So he was getting to be quite an old fellow by that point. And then I have a newer piece by our current poet laureate, Joy Harjo, called An American Sunrise. She's a Native American, so her lens is an interesting one to look through. So that's what I have for you today. First, the Walt Whitman. Out of the rolling ocean, the crowd. Out of the rolling ocean, the crowd, came a drop gently to me, whispering, I love you. Before long, I die. I have traveled a long way, merely to look on you, to touch you. For I could not die till I once looked on you, for feared I might afterward lose you. Now we have met, we have looked, we are safe. Return in peace to the ocean, my love. I too am part of that ocean, my love. We are not so much separated. Behold the great rondure, the cohesion of all, how perfect. But as for me, for you, the irresistible sea is to separate us. As for an hour carrying us diverse, yet cannot carry us diverse forever. Be not impatient. A little space. Know you, I salute the air, the ocean, and the land. Every day at sundown, for your dear sake, my love. Out of the rolling ocean, the crowd, by Walt Whitman. It makes me think again of what I spoke about yesterday, the idea of the commonwealth, of the common good, of the idea that we're nothing alone. This individualism, this idea that we do things by ourselves, that we have personal liberties that must be fought for, they are a myth and silly and selfish and adolescent. So, listen to Walt Whitman. This one by Joy Harjo, our current poet laureate, who is a Native American. She often says quite pointy things. I enjoy her a lot. An American Sunrise. We were running out of breath as we ran to meet ourselves. We were surfacing the edge of our ancestors' fights and ready to strike. It was difficult to lose days in the Indian bar if you were straight. Easy if you played pool and drank, to remember to forget. We made plans to be professional, and did. And some of us could sing, so we drummed a firelit pathway up to those starry stars. Sin was invented by the Christians, as was the devil, we sang. We were the heathens, but needed to be saved from them, thin chance. We knew we were all related in this story. A little gin will clarify the dark and make us all feel like dancing. We had something to do with the origins of blues and jazz. I argued with a Pueblo as I filled the jukebox with dimes in June. 40 years later, and we still want justice. We are still America. We know the rumors of our demise. We spit them out. They die soon. An American Sunrise by Joy Harjo. She published that in February of 2017. There's a lot to chew on in there. It made me think about the idea of justice for those who have been damaged by the ideas from our past. The idea that some people are worthy and some people are not. The idea that some people are expendable and some people are not. That's still going on right now. I saw a headline today that the worldwide demonstrations in the streets during a pandemic of people with masks on, marching and shouting that Black Lives Matter, because all lives should matter. Black Lives Matter too. These demonstrations worldwide are the largest movement ever on the earth. The last time I saw something like that was right after the Women's March, the first time. The first Women's March, the day after the inauguration of our current leader. There were more people in more cities and more places on the earth than ever before. And now, even bigger, only, 3.5 years later. I read an interesting thing that said that what's happening now in this democracy, this republic, this democratic republic, is a symptom of our type of government maturing. What's happening that is corruption, what's happening that is injurious and cruel, what's still trying to disenfranchise some people and say they're not important and their voices should be suppressed. The people in the street, the movement through our virtual communication is the body, the human body, our collective body, fighting the virus of cruelty, corruption, suppression. It's actually beautiful. So while I get sad and upset, and I miss people so badly, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that the thing that we started back in the late 1700s can be a more perfect union and continue to be in creation. This is Facebook Love number 103. I'll see you after the holiday weekend.